Lads, Thor is here, and this is a continuation to Legendary Katarin Guide. So what do we know? So if we went to fight those two armies together, we would lose, but there is a trick that we can do. So basically we send the weaker army to besiege Karak Ungor, and obviously we encircle. And then we use Katarin's army. We obviously have to get out of the encamp, and we attack the reinforcing army. And they shouldn't have any chances at beating us, and we have to fight this. So see you in the battle. Right, so the Orcish army is filled with quite bad units, but nonetheless they will be quite dangerous because of the obviously AI cheats. So let's speed it up. I have set up in a deep formation, one flank is protected by a mountain, and the other one has a forest. And hopefully they will not really utilize the pump wagons too well. And what spells do we have on the Frost Maiden? You have two damaging spells. Okay, come on orcs. Come at me faster. We decided to march. Oh, and our reinforcements are here. They are gonna help a bit, but they are not crucial for this battle. And actually, our secondary hero sent against their lord, and the flank engagement is about to begin. So I do believe that our charge bonus is way better than theirs. Exactly, because theirs 20, ours is 70 and 40. We're gonna be routing one of those quite soon. Let's take out the leopard and flank around with him. He is quite good at taking out the large entities, apparently. Not really though, because he is one of the worst units in the game. And let's drop the ice sheet so the enemy formation gets slowed down. Let's take out those pump wagons, hopefully. And we'll be able to disable the other snuttling pump wagons with the ability from Akshina ambushers. And we are doing super fine for now. Okay, go after the Goblin Wolf Riders for now. And their middle is crumbling slowly. Akshina ambushers, please stop the pump wagons. Do not skirmish, fire at the pump wagons. And now, some spells. So let's drop the ice hail from here. Hailstorm, sorry. Ice hail. And you continue on the flank. Perfect, 2 units taken out. And another ice sheet here. And Ice Maiden's keys like so. And the Fighting Wind like so as well. And I don't care if the Leopard dies in this engagement. He already lived for long enough. And the Orcish army is almost done for. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the breath spell in here. And after that, I'm gonna be charging into those units. So the Graven Legion is... Sorry, not Graven Legion. The Winged Lancers are in behind. And their army is almost fully routed. I have dealt quite a lot of damage to my Winged Lancers with my ranged units. And Travicious should start chasing the enemy troops. And now we only have to move towards the left flank, because that's where the enemy is. And actually, this is one of the few engagements where the armored Cossars are actually quite useful. And Katrin, go and hide, and the secondary lord, go after them. And you go after the goblins, and you get away from their troops so we don't shoot at you. And the second breath can be dropped, and it's gonna be a mass rout in a moment now. And as always, I'm gonna see you after this battle. Right, we barely took any casualties, and now our enemy will have only 1.5 army, which we can perfectly deal with. So it was extremely easy battle, but if we had to face this army in the main battle as well, we would struggle because we would probably run out of ammunition, and now we can replenish our main army quite a bit. And this army is totally obliterated. And do remember, always chase after battles. It increases the rewards. And now, what do we give to Katarin? We do go for reassuring presence, I believe, yes. Okay, and the Frost Maiden, Biting Wind, tier 2. Now, we will be able to start the siege on the settlement. And we're going for Iron Disciplinarian tier 3 for this guy. And let's put Catherine in channeling. And we can start the battle for the settlement. I believe it's not a settlement battle, right? It's not. Alright. And if those biguns were in the previous battle, it would have been really hard to win. So let's fight it. So I could have waited one turn as well, but I didn't. And I generally do prefer to have my momentum in the games, because momentum, in my opinion, is always better than waiting. And else. What do we do now? So our reinforcements will come from the right side of the map. So let's set up on the right. And we will have to wait for reinforcements. And I will see you once the reinforcements come in. Alright, our reinforcements are on the battlefield now. And let's set up our army so we can face the orcs. And let's speed it up a bit. I do believe that it would be quite beneficial to try and checkerboard in this fight. And to send our cavalry to the left flank, along with the Boyar Lord. Okay, so I want you to go forward a bit. Machine ambushers in the back, skirmish mode off. The army that attacked, so those Cossars should go in front. They are a bit damaged, so they will not hold the enemy for too long, but they will hold them for a moment. And the armored Cossars, I want them to go to the very front as well. And the Ice Guard, please move a bit forward. And Katrin has a horse, so we could go close to the enemy army and drop the breath spell. preferably on the big goons. We do have Orc Boyar boys, so we'll have to be careful not to get caught. And now the formation is almost set up, and we could drop one spell here, and second spell. So this is not really too good versus the armored units, but it's good enough. And cavalry, go and start engaging their cavalry. And let's speed up this battle a tiny bit until they are forced to engage. And they are coming. They are coming at us. One of you go after the goblin wolf rider archers. And you go after the... what's their name? Chariots. And obviously the ice sheet is coming down on the flank. And where is our Frost Maiden? Frost Maiden, go and tank a bit. And Katrin is gonna be dropping a Ice Maiden's keys here. And we've won the flank. We are losing this fight. Actually, retreat from the battle if you can. And it's really good that one of the units of Biguns has been preoccupied by our... what's their name? Boyars. Not Boyars, Dervishes. Katrin, please go to the back line, please, quickly. And drop a spell here. And our Frost Maiden, please drop another spell here. And you might go after their lord. And could we draw another spell? And we'll be dropping yet another spell here. Biguns have to die, preferably from the spells. Okay, take out the ranged troops. Take out the ranged troops. And Katrin, no. Katrin, you get away from the hero. And where is he? Find him so he cannot move. And drop the spells on top of him. Do they have any biguns left? I don't see any biguns. And after this battle, we will have a moment to replenish. Luckily. Okay, take out the squigs. Preferably, I would like to keep our winged lancers alive. So I will take them out of the combat right now. Please focus fire on him, and you too focus fire on him. It will be quite a Pyrrhic fight, but we'll win. And it takes 3 seconds to drop, right? So if I start dropping here, they should charge straight into it, but they will not. Okay, action ambushes actually take out that unit for now. And you continue engaging their archers. Okay, Okay, Katarin has to come a bit closer to the front and drop last available breath attack. And I think I missed most of it. Okay, this is almost over. We only have to eliminate their hero now. I swear to God, I'm not clicking where he is, but she just decides she will go there. Okay, bind him. How are you doing? You're doing fine. It is mostly due to their heroes at this moment. They fire at their lord. And their hero is done for. Fire at the goblins. And our Frost Maiden now could go in. Oh, they also have the other hero. They kill their lord. Their lord should be all that we have to kill. So, by the way, now you see why we fought the other battle before we even tried to take this settlement. Because it would have been impossible otherwise. I go into the goblins. You can charge into the other unit now. And yeah, the army losses. Perfect. So see you after I'm up at so we may have lost almost our entire army, but the Greenskins will have nothing to fight us with for a moment. So it's a huge win. It's a huge win, and also our core troops have survived. So there's nothing to worry about. We still have the Winged Lancers, we still have the Ice Guard, we still have the Ambushers. And as a bonus, one of the Armored Cossars have survived. Alright, so we occupy. And what do we do now? We have quite a lot of money now. So we can build a building in Kislev. And in Kislev, since I see that Skaven are already in Prague, I want to build a watch patrol to increase the amount of troops in Kislev. And on top of that, I want to expand our buildings that were already built in there. And now, what do we give him? For him, we are gonna give him reduced recruitment cost, a draft master, which will come really in handy right now, because we can recruit 3 units in this province now. Okay, so we are recruiting for his army, the 3 units of Kossars. And we are recruiting Streltsy for Katarin's army. And we are giving Katarin a draft master. And we are recruiting with this guy if we had money. Can we cancel something? We cannot really. Okay. And the Frost Maiden, Fighting Wind, Evasion. And we can move all the way to here. And... No, I will not. And see you in the next turn. By the way, lads, I have forgotten about something super important. If you're still watching, subscribe. And now we will put the newly recruited troops into Katarin's army. So we can put 3 of them. And we can merge this unit. And in Katarin's army we can merge those 2. And we can put all the units into her army. And this guy is going into the recruitment. He's standing on the border and like a good guy, like a good boy, he's gonna recruit some units. And Katarin is going into replenishment as well. And they have called in a war. So in the next turn, we should have just enough troops to take their capital out. And how do the Skaven look like? We do not see anything yet, but we can level up our Ataman. And since I'm quite worried about Skaven coming in, I'm going for the red skill tree, so he can boost all the defenders of the capital. And into the next turn. I was not hoping for this, but this is actually perfect. We can take out their army without taking too much casualties, and then we'll have easy time at the capital. So let's fight this battle. Alright, so in this battle, I want our highest health troops to be our front line. So those 5 are gonna be our front line. And they're gonna be control group 1. And then all other troops are going behind them. And we'll spread those a tiny bit. And obviously Streltsy have to be in the front line, because otherwise issue with the line of sight. And I do not want our cavalry to be utilized too much in this fight. And I do not care about the armored Cossars, so they're going for the front line. And we can send Katarin to drop some spells as soon as the battle starts. The enemy will be waiting for their reinforcements anyway. Not that their reinforcements are particularly strong. The only units that will dish out any damage are the Orc Boyar boys and the Orc Biguns. Hopefully I can drop some spells to mitigate their advantage. Preferably even eliminating one of them before the fight even starts. And let's speed it on speed 2. And I didn't manage to dodge the spell, unfortunately. And I missed. Okay, they are coming at me. Or they maybe not. So let's move up again. And 2 seconds until their reinforcements. And Katarin drop a spell. And we managed to hit them once. And the second spell, please. Perfect. They got quite battered. There is no point on you wasting the binding spell on them for now. And you two go after those Goblin Wolf Riders with bows. And I'm gonna be dropping the ice sheet here. They focus fire on those boyer boys. Now is actually a prime moment to bind them. Katrin, get out. Streltsy, how is your line of sight? It's good. It's really good. We're gonna shred those. Actually, let's send those armored Kossars against them. Charge into the pump wagons. Where is my Frost Maiden? Obviously, I left her behind. Ugh. And let's drop the Ice Maiden keys here. Perfect. And the second breath spell over there. And let's slow them all down. And we're doing really good. Okay, let's pull you out. Let's turn around the Akshina ambushers. Let's drop the ice hailstorm. And let's take out our winged lancers. This battle is almost done. Yeah, they do not have big guns. Fire at the boyer boys. Actually, we're gonna bind them again. Bound, fire. They still do have their big guns, and you fire there. There as well. The ice guard, fire at the big guns. Ice Maiden's keys here, please. And the other one here. And we're out of Winds of Magic for now. And Katrin has to get the hell out of here. And let's send our Dervishes against those Goblin Archers, because our Ice Guard doesn't like being shot at. And Streltsy can get away as well. And Action Ambushers is being chased, but they can outrun almost any infantry. And let's send our Lancers over there into the other boys. Where is our Frost Maiden? Frost Maiden, go in there. And drop Hailstorm. Katrin, get away from their range. Get it to the last archer unit. And Dervishes chase after this unit that the Lancers just broke. And the Akshina focus fire on the big guns. Never mind. Focus fire on their lord. And the Ice Guard focus fire on their shaman. And Dervishes go after the unit that is engaged by the Lancers. Lancers are gonna probably die. That's gonna be unfortunate, but they will die. And we won't be able to recruit them for quite a while, but soon we'll be able to recruit Akshina ambushers, which is also great. And Hailstorm here. Okay, force him to stand in one place. He will die. Maybe, just maybe they will survive. They still have 4. Okay, and I will end this battle immediately, just hoping that the unit will survive. And And the Lancers have survived. I'm taking replenish the troops, and unfortunately I have lost the Frost Maiden, and it's a big loss, but it's not as big as losing those Winged Lancers. And we'll be able to recruit another one. In fact, we can start recruitment of new Frost Maiden.
Tzarina Katarin.
And could I siege the settlement this turn? Probably can. The thing is, I believe that the garrison will beat me if I do so. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna move forward in recruitment stance. And the secondary army is gonna go back into our territory and recruit another 3 units. And we have to level up Katrin, and we are going for logistician. Because replenishment of Kislev armies is just atrocious if you're not inside your own territory, and even then it's quite bad. How much to upgrade this? So I can upgrade this in the next turn. If I don't build anything, but I would prefer to build something. Yeah, this is gonna be a good investment, extra growth, a bit of money. And see you in the next turn.
Of all Kislev, and you are less than they will fall. Strike them down. Frost fangs bite.
For Mother Kislev. I can arrange your execution.
Oh, I just realized that I didn't press a pause. Okay, so the important thing is let's put the reinforcing lord in camp. So he has that extra bit of stats and he's not tired in the battle, and let's fight the battle. And this is gonna be a quite hard battle to fight, but we'll go for a right flank on the bottom as usual in this map. We are not getting shredded by the towers, and we do have ranged superiority, so it should be fine. Okay, so do I want my Streltsy to have this? No. I do want a weakest unit carry the... It's called battering ram. Actually, I never saw a Kislev battering ram yet. It's my first time ever seeing it. Because before this campaign used to be way easier, or usually always it takes 2 turns to actually build siege equipment, even if I have full army, so this is the first time I actually managed to get one. And let's start the battle. And let's move all our troops right there, so we cannot be shot by the towers. And let's speed up the battle, because it's gonna be mainly us shooting at them, with them doing barely anything to us. And our battering ram can start attacking the gate. And I would like Katarin to get away from the ranged troops. Please. And now they will get shredded by our ranged troops. And guard mode on. Guard mode on. Katarin can go back. And this is gonna be a really slow, methodical fight at which we just shred the enemy. And our boy lord is already here, so let's bring him close to our troops. And as you can see, he has 65 melee defense because he's encamped. Standing in each other. Stop doing that. And the gate is gonna be falling soon. We can bring our Akshina ambushers forward. And this is gonna be mainly our Boyarlord tanking. And maybe a bit of the Isabella, saying Katarin tanking as well. So could I drop a spell on those archers? Let's eliminate them, please. And where are the Streltsy? Streltsy have to go here so they can start firing. And the Boyar Lord, please go in. And those Corsairs should go and support the Boyar. That's spells, right? Yeah, it should be spells, but I don't really get why is it landing here. Okay, so the Orc boys are gonna be engaging our forces right now, charge into them. And he got debuffed. Okay, Katarin, drop a spell. Perfect, they're almost done for.
Choke on ice. Repositioning.
And drop another spell.
Spreading hornfrost. Make haste.
Get out of the city for now. And our boyar is getting in quite a lot of damage on himself. And he's also poisoned. It's not ideal. Are you even shooting? Yes, you're shooting. And we can bring those closer. And we can bring them here closer. Azhag can go closer as well. And Katarin, drop a spell. And we just lost that unit of Kossars. It doesn't matter. We will have plenty of time to recruit better units after we deal with Azhag. In plenty, a bit of time. We'll have a bit of time to recruit new troops after we dealt with Azhag.
Leading us on.
And let's get close to those units and drop the Kovsh breath. Okay. Oh, that's shaman spells. Okay, they built a barricade trap. Streltsy on top of this wall. No, you cannot. You cannot get in there. We have to send our boyar after them. Shoot at those trolls, please. Okay, now Streltsy can get in. And the action ambushers as well. As well as the Ice Guard. And Katarin, come closer and drop another Ice Maiden keys. And bounce it off from the wall. Yeah, actually you can bounce spells off the walls, so you can actually do way more damage than you normally should.
For the motherland.
Showing the way.
Okay, so those two units can also go in. Those 3 units can also go in.
The position is ours. Kislevite.
And we can spread our troops along the wall. Only want those 3. Okay. And drop it like so. Perfect. And drop this one like so.
The people's ruler. Spreading hornfrost. Katarin moving.
Start taking the gate. We can put our troops in from this side as well. And fire at the tower.
Kislev supreme leader.
Oh, this is a perfect place for a spell. You can get in and take the walls. I really wish the AI for the sieges was fixed somehow. And let's slow down those units. And we can be considering to send our Ace Guard to be our front line. Ambushers, trolls, please. You start shooting at the tower. Also shoot the tower. How many winds of magic do we have? Only 20. Okay, let's drop a spell here. We're in range. We're not in range, so let's drop another spell here. And now we can send our boyar against their lord and hero. Or we can focus fire their hero. Send the ice guard. Oh, that was a nasty, nasty hit. Let's slow them down. Don't have much left. So we can send Katarin against those orc boys, and this is a trap. Okay, trap is fine. We can send the ice guard in. We can actually send Katarin as well. And let's drop a spell here if we actually could. Okay, spell there. And let's start moving the rest of the troops forward. Focus fire on those and engage them. And we will not have any winds of magic left to do any damaging spells anymore. So we can debuff the enemy. Okay. Catherine, get away from the tower range, and we can consider putting our stairface lancers inside the SSD. Okay, go after them, and the ice guard get out. You go and fight as well. And our Streltsy go there. Their lord just died, which is amazing. You there, and you go into the goblin archers. Go start attacking that barricade. And I'm quite sure that we didn't click you here. Okay, and now we'll begin cycle charging those boys with our winged lancers. And out. And let's move the ambushers. They still have some ammo. Come on. We can actually send some Cossars from the flank as well. And you can go here. Take out those archers and start shooting at them stealthy. And let's take out your carrot. What the hell? What is this pathfinding, for God's sake? Alright, the battle is over. I, as always, will chase the units and see you after that. I do not know what is going on exactly right now, but the latest patch has completely messed up the units pathfinding, and they often just do something completely different, or they just drop the orders altogether. And now we occupy the settlement. We do not want to deal with the rebellions in here, and we can recruit those Cossars. And the Golden Knight takes notice. Okay, so now we do have to build Royal Barracks, so yeah, it will take a while. But we can upgrade for Tyakova now. And that's something that we really want to do. Because it will allow us to recruit better troops. And Katarin is getting a lightning strike. Every single lord needs a lightning strike. And you are gonna get... should you get Quartermaster? Be good, but lightning strike is a must-have. Okay. So you force march towards Fort Yakova. We do spend a moment in here. If we wanted to, we could get some armored Cossars. I'm not a fan of those, but maybe having 2 or 3 units of those would be good, especially against Skaven. Oh! This is actually quite unusual. Usually Costalton doesn't do too well, but everything is still possible. Also Archaean is coming, which is something that doesn't usually happen for me. Okay, so we are giving you a logistician for that extra movement range. And what do I want to build here? I probably want to build a garrison in here once I have the money. So I'm not gonna build anything. And I'm gonna move into the next turn, and probably after that I will take out those beastmen. Okay, see you in the next turn. Another thing that has never happened to me, Vlad decided to just declare war on me. Okay. Okay, so the beastmen have world routed to here. So now we can start moving towards them. We'll replenish a bit on the way. So let's force march so we avoid this attrition. And we'll be closer to finishing Azhag's faction. Let's build the breastworks. And the second hero is going to Fort Yakova. Oh, that's why they declared war. They are already here. Well, as I said, we will be losing those settlements, especially Zavarsta, over and over and over again. At least we don't have to fight ogres just yet. Okay, so we are getting the firing drills for Kislev garrison, and we want the protector for the Frost Maiden. And let's skip the turn. As I said, we'll be losing the settlement. I'm gonna be auto-resolving this because there is no way of winning this. And they will probably take it. No, they just... yeah, they took it. Alright. Alright, so unfortunately, Angrim has destroyed Azhag. And we just got a Patriarch, which is nice. We can march him to the second army. Because Katrin is not gonna be getting him just yet. And I want the Vanguard or the Frost Maiden so she can use stalking. And I cannot recruit a unit of... what's their name? Regiments of Renown. I'm gonna merge those units. I'm gonna get those Armored Cossars and a unit with Cossars of Spears. So why am I getting them? They are not really great. If we were fighting against Ogres or Norska, but since we will be facing the Undead, they will do quite well with 51 melee defense and 80 armor. And they will be able to offload most of their volleys. But if I were in a situation that I had to go against Maniter Ogres or Norse Controls, I wouldn't even bother with Armored Cossars. So it is really important that you build units that will help you. Okay, and the beastmen have actually moved out of our lands, which is good, because I don't have to deal with them just yet. And if I force march, I will not reach Bitevo. And this is the same army. And let's get ourselves some of those super good action ambushers. And the new technology, what do we want? So we do get Festival of Urza already. So now we want Convalescence for the casualty replenishment and growth.
Your Tzarina looks after you.
And we can go into the next turn now. And again, they're gonna take another settlement, but we're gonna take it back in a moment. Okay, the other vampire faction wants a non-aggression pact and to pay us. I will take that. And now we can rearrange Katrin's army a tiny bit.
A pale shadow of my power.
Hello? Hi.
Stamp out chaos.
Get those 2 units out, get those 2 units in. Actually, we'll take out 3 units, get the Patriarch in. And we can go towards the settlement. And we'll not reach that with the second army anyway, so we will recruit extra troops. Obviously them being Akshina ambushers because they are overpowered. And we will fight them in the next turn. Alright, the vampires decided to go after us and we have to fight this. Alright, so we are not really facing a strong opponent. So let's just make sure that we set up properly with our missile troops at the front and with our archer troops at the back. I do know that they all are missile troops, but I just had to continue the flow of my statement. And action ambushers can be actually at the front. And we can start this battle, start moving forward. I would prefer if this fight was not in the middle of the forest, because it's gonna be super annoying to deal with the enemy army in the middle of the forest. And let's actually send Katarin towards them so she can bait them into actually attacking us. And let's speed it up.
It is my path.
How many? 34 reserves.
I go.
And let's
Leading us on.
drop the spell. No.
Sylvania.
And second spell. Oh, he has flying mount. That's a bit unfortunate, but I think we should be able to get out. We got a massive hit on ourselves. And let's bind him. Hello? Okay. They are coming at us. Let's slow them down. Is he going after the patriarch? He's not. And you go in there, and you go behind. And we utilize our winged lancers somehow. Yes, we can. We can just charge their front as soon as they engage. And fire at those crypt horrors, you too. Charge into crypt ghouls. Disturb their formations. They're gonna get a really good damage in. And pull them out. And actually go to the flank, deal with those dire wolves. And our patriarch can boost our morale. And our Tzarina can slow down their front line. Charge the dire wolves. So the dire wolves are actually really good on legendary difficulty against the ranged troops. And let's get out our winged lancers from there. Okay, Tzarina, drop a spell here. Can we finally take out their lord, please? And the ambushers, I would like you to stop skirmishing. I would like you to charge into there. And our Akshina ambushers, please take out their lord. And you make him stay in one place. If their lord dies, it's super easy. And let's drop Ice Maiden's keys here. And let's drop the corpse breath as well. Perfect. And the lord is dead. Focus fire on the corpse guard. Focus fire on the corpse guard. Some of their units will disintegrate because they don't have the lord anymore. Perfect. And the winged lancers go on the flank. And can we drop another Ice Maiden keys, please? And charge into the back of those troops. And this engagement will be over before the enemy is even reinforcing. And it's GG already, and we killed the entire army. And see you after the loading screen. Alright, and obviously we take the army replenishment.
They will serve
Okay, the overlords of Zarduk just decided to declare war on us. So let's accept. Okay, I believe that if I do nothing, we'll get some corruption. So let's do something. And now we can take back our Vitevo. And obviously I'm gonna bring the second army along as well. So they can get the levels in. And to increase our power balance, I'm gonna encamp them. And Katarin is gonna take this in auto-resolve because we should not be losing anything in this fight. And obviously we occupy. And now Katarin can get some levels. And Khan Queen would be amazing if we got, because it will start increasing our devotion levels. And replenishment of the troops, Ursun's Roar, and depending on what we actually want, we will get one of those three. And I do think I want Salyak's Lullaby or Thor's Battle Hymn. I think Salyak's Lullaby, just so I can heal Katarin whenever she needs some healing. And we got the Frostfang. And we can increase the level of this lord. We're gonna get the Watchman so we can see what's going around. And I see the Orthodoxy is starting to lose again. And we'll take back Zavarsta. I think it would be quite beneficial to us to take back Prague instead of going after the vampire counts, because if I wanted to go against the vampire counts, I would have to go through Draika. I don't really want to fight Draika as well, and Kislev can be leveled up. And overall, I will be finishing here, and do consider subscribing, leaving a like, and comment if you want to know something. I will answer all the comments. See ya!